Hi, welcome to the Boot Up. In this segment, we'll be keeping you up to date on what's going on in technology on and off campus. As you've probably heard, iOS 8 was released for the iPhone and iPad. You'll want to make sure to update to this as soon as possible, as there were some initial issues with the first release. OS X Yosemite will be releasing shortly as well, but you're going to want to hold off on that, as it may cause some incompatibilities with your Berkeley software.
Also released recently was Reason 8. While we won't be going to it for a while as an institution, we do have it for you to try out in the CTMI lab, so come on by and check it out if you're interested in some of the new features. Some other new updates that we've got for you in the CTMI include the Ivory Piano Suite. This suite includes some really great sampled piano sounds that you can use for your next project or just for fun. And finally, if you spend any time in the new studios or production suites in the 160 building, you've probably noticed the control systems that they have there. But we have these artist controls right in the CTMI for you to try out. So if you're interested in working with it, ask a CTMI lab assistant to hook one up for you. Well, that's all we've got for the Boot Up this month. Check back next month for more technology news.
Hi, and welcome to Happy Mac. Today we'll be talking about Time Machine. So Time Machine basically is an app that is on every single Mac, and it helps you create backups of whatever is stored on your hard drive.
To be working with Time Machine, buying an external hard drive is necessary. Buying online is a much better deal. Just make sure the size you buy is larger or equal to your laptop hard drive size.
Now that you have your hard drive, plug it into your computer via USB. A window should show up asking you if you want to use that hard drive with Time Machine. So you are going to want to say yes, and the system is going to ask you if you want to reformat your hard drive, and will probably tell you everything is going to be erased on the hard drive. Do not worry about that, because your hard drive is brand new and should already be empty. It's just the system has to reformat it so that the hard drive can be used within Time Machine. If for some reason the window does not show up automatically, you can always go to System Preferences, Time Machine, and select the disk. Your hard drive name should appear there, and you can select it from there, and then it will ask you if you want to erase it.
Once your Time Machine app is set up, it will back up automatically. The first backup is going to be the longest one since it's backing up all the files from your laptop. Just make sure don't add files manually to your external hard drive, as they may corrupt your backup files.
A few things to keep in mind are, if you leave your hard drive connected to your computer, Time Machine will automatically do daily, hourly, and monthly backups. On the other hand, if you wish to backup right now, you can always click on the Time Machine icon in the top menu bar and select Backup Now. Once you're done with your backups, make sure you safely eject your hard drive.
Welcome everybody to the coffee break. We got a great show for you today. Today we're going to be talking about the power of OS X's built-in PDF and image editor preview. Now you may have seen this pop up before when you open up an image or a PDF, but you might not have known how much control you actually have in there. The first thing that we're going to take a look at is how to make some transparent images. I wish it was this easy to make everything transparent. Now what do I mean by transparent images? Sometimes you have an image where you want to remove the background, or you don't want it to be square, or you'd like to cut out a little section of it. Well, we can do that with a tool called Instant Alpha in Preview. So the first thing that you're going to do is open up your image from anywhere in the Finder or on the desktop, and then click on the button at the top in the toolbar that looks like a little pencil. Now this opens up all of our edit options. When the editing tools appear, click on the magic wand. Now click and drag on any section of color that you see on the screen that you'd like to remove, starting somewhere with the background. As you drag, more and more of the color will be absorbed by the magic wand. Once everything that you want to remove is highlighted in the light red color, stop dragging. You'll then see a marquee appear around everything, showing you that the section is highlighted. Hit the delete key on your keyboard to remove it. Now you can save this image. If the image was not a PNG file, it'll prompt you at this point to convert it to a PNG. Why PNG? Because we need a PNG in order to not be square. JPEGs are square. What else can we do? Well, let's take a look at adding some things like text. There's nothing in this mug. That's fine. We're gonna add some text anyway. Let's go ahead and open up a PDF. When we open up a PDF, sometimes we've got to fill out a form. You might have some lines or sections to write on. That same pencil will pop open a tool with some letters on it, allowing you to write in text. Click that button, then click somewhere on your document and begin typing. This will allow you to put text into any PDF. Now, if you're going to be sending this PDF back to somebody, you'll probably want to use the file export option, because if they don't have a Mac, this will make sure that all of your text gets saved into the PDF. Well, what else can you do with adding text? Check out the signature button that's in there. If you click on the signature button, you can write your John Hancock on a piece of paper, hold it right up in front of your Mac, and have the camera take a picture of it for you and save it for later. It'll make it so easy, you'll be signing more documents than John Bon Jovi. So how about some real simple edits for images? Maybe you got to crop an image so you can put it on berkeley.edu. Maybe you want to resize something. Maybe you need to flip it or rotate it. Maybe somebody took one of those sideways pictures with their phone and now you got to set it straight. So if you open it up in Preview, to do things like flip and rotate, you can click on the Tools menu up at the top, and then in the drop-down, choose to rotate left or right. You can also resize from in here and type in how big or small you'd like the image to be. There's a checkbox for constrained proportions that prevents it from getting all out of whack and staying the same shape that it should be in. Cropping is easy too. You can click the pencil button to bring up those tools again, and then find the little truncated square that says crop. Click and drag across the image and select the section that you want. When you've finished, click the crop button to finalize it. That'll cut your image down to whatever size you need it to be. So as you can see, there's a lot of power built into this little application called Preview. In fact, in a lot of cases, you might not even need to use Adobe Acrobat anymore just to edit PDFs. Feel free to poke around and discover what other options you can find inside this little gem of an application. Until next time, thanks for joining us on the coffee break.
Hello and welcome to the Tech Countdown. In this segment, we will be discussing free and inexpensive apps for iOS, OS X, and the Android platform that we find useful and you might enjoy. First, let's start talking about iPhoto for the iOS. iPhoto for the iOS brings the same capabilities of iPhoto on your Mac to your phone. Two other great apps are Photoshop Touch and Adobe Shape. From the creators of Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator, they bring the same capabilities of the Adobe Suite into your phone. The next app I'd like to talk about is Facetune, which actually allows you to edit those skin imperfections at the touch of your fingers. The next app is Hyperlapse, which is really cool because if you don't have an iPhone 6 or 6 Plus that actually has it built into the operating system or into the phone, you can actually use Hyperlapse to record videos with the stabilization and then do a time lapse on those with Instagram. And that's it for the Tech Countdown.
Hi, welcome to Lab Experiments. In this segment, we'll be keeping you on the bleeding edge of technology. Today we're going to be talking about the Leap Motion. The Leap Motion is an infrared, gesture-based tracking device developed by Leap Motion Incorporated. They use these things to design rocket engines. We're going to use it to send MIDI data into Logic Pro. By waving my hand up and down, I can control the volume of an individual track. From side to side, I can control the panning. Using my keyboard, I can control what track I am affecting. You can try this out today at the experimentation station in the CTMI lab. Don't miss it.